welcome to Life Lessons, and today's life lesson is changing a car tyre. So, if we come around here to the boot, in your boot there's obviously a lot of rubbish and stuff we don't need, but in the side of a car you will usually have this flap in the side, or usually under here, a wheel cover. And if you open that up, you will get out all your tools. Your spanner, it's called a scissor jack, which is this, and also plaque to go with it. Now, if there's one thing I've learnt with changing car tyres, it's very messy and grimy, so you usually probably need these gloves. So, we get all our tools, come around here. Right, so I've got my gloves on, and so we've got all our tools here, our scissor jack, and our pack to go with it, and inside the pack here we've got an array of tools and a wedge, and we'll come back to all that later, and our spanner for undoing the wheels. So we'll start with the scissor jack first. So you use this nozzle on the side, and then you can twist it and the scissor jack will open up. And on most cars you will find that in the manual it will tell you where to put it under the car, but on this one we have two handy little notches cut into the side, and you will get your jack and you'll put it underneath like that, and then you will lever so it's in the position with the car, and then just so it's resting on it. Now, if you try and lever the car up off the ground, because the nuts on the wheel are so tightly put on, when you try and twist the nuts off, the wheel just spins round. So it's better to loosen them now rather than doing it when the wheel's off. So we've got our wheel here, but you can see there's no nuts to take out. But you've got this little nut here that you can unscrew with this. So you pop it in. And you always go lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, because left undoes it. So you go twist it out so you can take your wheel cover off and expose the nuts. So you've got the nut out, see, very greasy. And if we take the cover off here, we've got all of these nuts. Now you'll see another one of these, and this you will usually find it, you'll probably find in your glove box that you'll have another one of these to take that off. This little bag was in my glove box, and it has the locking wheel nut inside, and they'll usually come in bags like this. So this is the unscrewer for our locking wheel nut here, this is what it looks like. So I know what you'll probably be thinking, what is a locking wheel nut? So this is used so that this spanner we have here, if you see there, this won't work at all on there because it just spins around. But if we get our locking wheel nut, pop it on in there, get our spanner, and then that'll work fine twisting it off. So we'll start with the locking wheel nut, and remember we're just loosening the nuts so that when we lift the wheel up, the wheel doesn't spin round. So if we get our spanner here, put the spanner on, we can twist it round and make it loosen. The other ones now, just one twist to get them loosen, and you will need to put a lot of pressure down, so we even need a little bounce up and down to loosen it. This one's very tight, so I think we'll need just that. There you go, loosened. So I'll do the others and then we're ready to jack it up. This one's mental. It's got a whole weight on it. Finally. Embarrassing. Got all the nuts unscrewed so they're loose. Now we're ready to jack it up. Sometimes in your pack here you'll find this, which is a wedge. So you just follow at the bottom, put it into the wedge. So if you're doing the front, you put it on the back, and if you're doing the back, you put it on the front. So when you jack it up, your car doesn't roll away. So if we put it in, that should hopefully stop. Now come off and roll downhill. And you also need your handbrake on for this as well. So the scissor jack is really powerful. So we'll just need to slot it in, twist it round to the other side, take it out again, same, repeating, doing that, drifting around with your wedge is still in place so that your car doesn't roll away. And we'll just keep doing that until the car is lifted up enough we can get those nuts. So you can see the scissor jack starting to lift, and you can see the weight of the wheel coming up off the ground there. So we'll keep doing this again and again, always checking till our wheel is enough off the ground. So I just kept on winding until the wheel is off the ground, and as you can see, spinnable, so that's why we loosened them. We've got the wheel off the ground, and as I said last time, when we were twisting the nuts off to get them loose, if we hadn't done that, then well, this would have happened as an example, and your wheel would have just spun around and you wouldn't have been able to get the nuts really off. Loose nuts now, so we can just crack on and take the nuts off. Sometimes when you've got them loose like this, you can just nip them off with your fingers and then pop them in the pile here that we've made with all our tools. So we've got the last one here. It's taking a long time. The funnest part, getting the wheel off. So, move down, grab on hold either side and just lift it off towards you. The wheels are very heavy, so if you want to try and get it anywhere, it's always best to use its best ability it has, rolling. So we'll get that out of the way so it's not in any calamities. Just lay that down. So now we need to get our new car tyre. So we've got all that random mum and dad stuff out of the way, that's always in your boots. And the car tyres are usually underneath this cover here, as you can see, in a wheel shape, or sometimes they're actually under the car here. So we'll quickly get that out and then we can get started with putting a new wheel on. Right, get that off. Get that out of the way there. Get this in. We need to lift the tyre, confession time here. So we just found this under the car tyre. I was looking for this earlier to lift the jack up, as they're always hidden around the car in various places, and we'll show you how to use this to lift the jack down once we've got the wheel on. Remember always wheeling it, because they're very heavy, and even when you're wheeling it, accidents can always happen. Right, let's get started with putting it back on. Roughly into position so that when we lift it back on, it's all in place, so we can put it back on the bolts. So get into the same stance and then lift it. You've got the wheel on, and as you place the nuts here, right next to you, you can just pick up your first nut and slide it roughly into position here. You've got both hands to use these nuts and put them on and screw them on loosely with the spanner so we can let it down and then put them on tightly when it's on the ground. Put them all on finger tight, and then I'm going to use the spanner to just notch them in hard until the wheel starts spinning. Stop the wheel spinning, and I'm just giving them a little tight up until it feels to start moving with my hand on here. Remember with the locking wheel nut, you need to push it right in so it's locked on, otherwise it might skip out and then you'll ruin your locking wheel nut. There you go. That's some more loosely tightened, so now we'll let it down using the jack, and then we'll tighten them up fully. We've got a little tool here that we found in the boot, and I'm going to show you how it works as we put it on. So let's put it in here. Well, it's not really Neanderthals here. Right, now it's in place. So if you put your hands one here, depending if you're left or right-handed, and then if you just twist it down like this, it's much easier. It will come down pretty easily. Got it going nice and fast now. Get it onto the ground, and you can see it's coming off now, so that is us done. Right, you've got that. Don't congratulate yourself too early, because you still have to tighten these nuts up. So let's do that quick. So remember, lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. Lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. So we'll tighten these up quick, as hard as you can. Get them tight. Remember, once you've done these, you always need to go to a garage to check that all the nuts are in tight enough. Otherwise, you could have a fallen off wheel sometime. That one's the last one done. And we'll quickly pop the cover back on. And then put my tools away. And then you're good to go. One last top tip here: if you're having a struggle trying to get the plate in lined, you just pop your screw through, and you can even have your plate dangling down by your knees here. All you gotta do is try and get that screw in place. Screw it on a bit with your hands, with your fingers, and then get the plate, twist it up, in place, and you're ready with this to screw it into place. Strap the tools back in the car quickly, and then that's you done. Thanks for joining us on Live Lessons today. If you had a go at it yourself, be sure to let us know in the comments. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bang that bell, and make sure to hit that like button. And please let us know if you want to see us doing anything on our channel. And have a good day. Stay safe. Go on. Hang on.
I'm hanging.
Hey!
That would have been better.